What's going on, Island Hoppers? Today we are coming to you from Seattle, Washington. Let's go.
Alright guys, we are hitting the ground running up here in the Pacific Northwest, also known as the PNW. We are going to get around the Lake Washington to Kirkland. We're going to show you guys around the Emerald City, known for its lush green forest, beautiful weather, located here on Puget Sound. And if you guys enjoy travel guides just like this, be sure to watch our other travel guides from across America and the world.
So the city of Seattle is actually named after a Native American chief named Seattle, or as his parents called him, Cece. But the name Seattle is the European version of his real name, Seattle. Okay, so that's where Seattle gets his name, after Chief Seattle.
This area we're walking around right now is actually called First Avenue.
If you look right behind me here, you can see the Seattle Art Museum, also known as the SAM. Take a look at that big sculpture right there. That's how you know you're at the Seattle Art Museum. If you guys love chocolates, you might want to check out this store called Fran's Chocolates. Take a look. All right, guys, here we are at Pike's Market, right here in downtown. We're gonna go walk around, show you guys this fish market and what else they have in here. Yeah, right here, we're at the Market Piggy Bank. Put your donation right in here.
The Pike Place Market is a tourist attraction, but also a place that locals come to get local seafood. Now, the market in and of itself is 108 years old, believe it or not. That's pretty old for Seattle standards. Now, the market is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is open 363 days a year, closed only on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
So there's multiple levels to the Pike Market. Down below here you have stores and restaurants.
And after the recent restrictions and lockdowns, you can see Pike Place Market is now finally starting to come back to life, and that's always good to see.
Well, here we are in an area that many people think is disgusting, a gum wall. This whole area right here. Lots of gum placed on the wall. Kind of smells like gum, but I'll show you guys.
You know, the gum wall is a popular place for people to take pictures for Instagram, but it's definitely not for everyone. And if you're worried about, airborne diseases that come from the mouth, maybe you don't want to go down to the gum wall, because fresh pieces of gum are placed all over this wall throughout the day.
And across the street, there's more places to shop and eat, as you can see. Here we are at Beecher's Cheese, handmade cheese. It's actually popular because they use pasteurized milk. Here's an interesting fact. The very first Starbucks in the world came from Pike Place Market, right behind me, in 1971. This is where it all began. Seattle, just like San Francisco, has some steep roads. Look at that. So here we are at the local coffee spot. I got white chocolate coffee here, iced. Yeah, got a sausage burrito coming too. All right, here we are at the Space Needle. We're gonna go all the way up to the top and tell you a little bit about this place.
Now, the Seattle Space Needle is one of the most iconic landmarks in Seattle. This is actually what Seattle is known for, but it was actually built in 1962 for the World's Fair. You can actually go all the way to the top, to the observation deck. It is $35 per person. And if you're a senior, it's $30, $26 for ages 5 to 12. Now, they do have a lounge up there where you can also get a drink. And in case you're wondering, it does take 41 seconds to get to the top. The elevators go about 10 miles per hour, except on windy days, they have to slow down to 5 miles an hour. And once you're at the top, I mean, you get 360-degree views all around Seattle, and you can see off in the distance the big one, Mount Rainier. And if you guys are enjoying this Seattle travel guide, please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing to Island Hopper TV to get updates every time we make a new travel guide.
So here, the Seattle city actually has a monorail that connects you right to the Space Needle right here, but there it is. And if you guys would like, while you're here, you can also go to the Chihuly glassblowing exhibit, so you get a 2-for-1 with the Space Needle. Just behind me here, you have the Pacific Science Center, also an IMAX theater, great place for the kids, right here next to the Space Needle. And on the other side, to the north of the Space Needle, is an artist's playground. You can see even adults go up there. And right next to the Space Needle is also the Mopop, Museum of Pop Culture. Just some quick population facts about Seattle. It's actually got 800,000 people and the largest city in Cascadia. Cascadia includes British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon. Also, if you include the metropolitan area, it's the 15th largest metro city in the United States with 4 million people. Here we are at the Green Lake Park. Right behind me is the Green Lake. You can see people paddleboarding and going out on kayaks. Beautiful lake, nice relaxing environment for those of you who are looking for such a place. All right, here we are at the Green Lake Grill. I got a Manny's Pale Ale. Let's try it. All right, guys, so we finally made it down to the University of Washington where the Huskies play. We're gonna walk up and down University Avenue. So we are standing on the University of Washington's campus, and if you look right behind me, that mountain with the snow cap, Mount Rainier, one of the most majestic mountains in all the country. Yeah, so Washington State University is beautiful, right next to Lake Washington. Obviously the view of Mount Rainier is special, but there's Husky Stadium if you look right over there. If you guys look at the light rail link here, you see University of Washington, Capitol Hill, all the way down to Angle Lake, which is by SeaTac Airport, Seattle-Tacoma Airport. All right, we finally made it to Kirkland right here on Lake Washington. We're on Park Lane and Main Street. We're gonna walk around downtown Kirkland, show you guys the waterfront around Lake Washington. Let's go. Vietnamese pork Yeah, so that was some really good Vietnamese food. This place is called Pho Thai, or Pho Thai. Pho Thai. Look at it. And if you look right behind me, we have the Kirkland waterfront. Where we're at here in Kirkland, it's essentially Silicon Valley #2. This is where the headquarters for Microsoft is, but there's also a Google mega complex here. Amazon's also located out here nearby. So this area of Kirkland is actually where a lot of tech billionaires live. You could see why. Beautiful place. So Seattle being out here in the PNW, in case you guys don't know what the PNW is, it's Pacific Northwest. That's what they're referring to when they're talking about Washington and Oregon, this area of the Pacific Northwestern United States. All right, we finally made it to International District, also known as Chinatown. We're just gonna walk around and show you guys this area. If you look right behind me here at Lumen Field, this is where the Seattle Seahawks play football and the Seattle Sounders, the MLS team. If you look way downrange, you can see the baseball field. That's where the Seattle Mariners play at T-Mobile Field. Right here you have the museum for the Klondike Gold Rush. This actual gold came from Alaska and was processed through Puget Sound area here in Seattle. They have a museum right here. This area we're at right now is actually known as Pioneer Square. This here is where the Seattle Underground is. All right, guys, we're down here on the Seattle waterfront at night. We're just going to take a stroll around. It's Monday night. Not going to be the most happening nights, but you'll get a pretty good idea of what the Seattle waterfront has. Buffalo cheesesteak right here. Man, I'm telling you, this buffalo cheesesteak, oh man, it's good.
All right, everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Island Hopper TV from Seattle, Washington. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Watch some more of these other travel guides right here at the end.